it's Neets with your weekly reading. This is for Taurus. This is my new channel, so if you'd like to subscribe, like and share, it would help the channel to grow, and you'll get to know when the latest readings are actually available. This is for the coming week. I've shuffled the cards already. I do provide readings, for personal use as well. So if you've got personal questions that you'd like me to answer, I can send you a private video link to answer your questions, okay? The link is in the description. I also have a link to my music channel. I make music for people to listen to. It's modern music and it's perfectly free. You can subscribe to the channel if you like to. And I embed healing frequencies into that music to help align your chakras so that it can help you to feel better, basically. It can help you to manifest things into your life. It can help you to raise your vibration and to feel more balanced in life in general. Okay, so the link is in the description to that as well. And you can, like I say, subscribe to the music channel. Okay, this is for Taurus. The first card you got was dreams coming true. So if you've been thinking about manifesting things into your life and making your dreams come true, this card is saying that yes, you can achieve what you want to achieve. If you've been doubting yourself, you can achieve what you want to achieve, but you do have to do a little bit more work on the manifestation side. I know I've been feeling this recently. You need to, you've got to focus a little bit more on the specifics of what you want, I feel. You need to write down exactly what you want. You need to be prepared to go that extra mile to get what you want as well. So you may need to make a few changes in your life. You may need to be more focused on getting the results by changing. It could be your lifestyle. It could be changing things related to your health. It could be things like having a specific goal and knowing what your goal is. You might need to look at the bigger picture a little bit more specifically and think, what exactly do I want to achieve now? You may have been sort of blindly going along thinking, well, I know roughly what I want to achieve, but now it might be time to get a bit more specific. So think about where you want to be specifically, and then your guides can help you to get to that point. Okay, because you can't just have a vague idea now. You've got to know exactly what it is you're wanting to achieve to get to that next level. You've got to that point where you've started doing something, but to get to the next level, you have to know what it is you're wanting to do. You've got to get to that point where you know the actual details in more detail. So think about that and reflect on that for a while, okay? Helpless and hopeless. I do feel that there are some situations in your life that you can't control. There are certain things at the moment that there are things that are out of your control, and you feel a bit helpless because you can't move them on. Well, don't try and fix the things that you can't move on just yet. Those obstacles will be removed, is what I'm being told. So those things will be removed in time, okay? Because the next card is very interesting. But at the moment, don't worry about the things that you can't move out of your life, because those things will be moved when the time is right. So focus on the things that you can change for now, and they might only be small things for now, but just focus on the things that you can change, okay? Because the bigger things will take a little bit longer. But it's all in work in progress. Lots of things are happening behind the scenes that you don't know about, okay? So just give it patience and time. Because, like I said, the next card is very interesting. A well-deserved reward is coming. You might not be able to see it just yet, but a well-deserved reward is coming. So just give things time to manifest a little bit longer. Okay, there are things going on behind the scenes, like I said, that you can't see yet. Your guides are working very, very hard, okay, behind the scenes. You might get something out of the blue around sort of September time, I feel, around late summer. Okay. Don't forget to rest and look after yourself. Don't forget to give yourself some healing time. Don't burn the candle at both ends. You need to look after your body a little bit more, is what I'm being told for some of you. You need to have, play hard and work hard, but don't forget to rest. Some of you aren't looking after yourself as much as you should be. And I think you need to sort of take heed of that. You need to start being a little bit healthier. Some of you are not listening to what your body's telling you, and it could be to do with the way that your diet is, or maybe you're not eating enough. Some of you, maybe you're eating the wrong things. Maybe you're not listening to what your body needs. Maybe you're putting some things into your body that's a bit too much for it, or I don't know, maybe you're not drinking enough water, or I don't know, there's just something I get a feeling about it, that you just need to be sort of like looking after yourself a little bit more. And you maybe need to rest more as well. Maybe your mind is overthinking. Maybe you're on the go a little bit too much and you're not taking time to actually rest or sleep enough or just stop enough. Sometimes you need to actually slow your mind down so that you're not on the go constantly. It's not good to be sort of busy constantly. It's good to have time to think and to process things as well. If you've had a lot going off in your life recently, sometimes you need to stop and process, instead of like trying to distract yourself constantly and just being so busy that you don't have time to actually think about things, because that's when you get burnout, and that's when you start to your body starts to shut down and you start to get poorly. So just take that into consideration. Okay, for some of you. You need time to confront your fears as well. Some of you need time to think about the things that you're scared of. Sometimes we have fears that we bury quite deeply and we keep busy because we don't want to look at what's ahead and we don't want to think about the things that scare us. And I think sometimes you have to face those things head on, because if you don't, they tend to creep up when we least expect them. So it's always good to sit down and think, right, I'm going to face this fear actually head on, because then it won't take me by surprise unexpectedly when I'm least expecting it. So I'd say face it head on and deal with it before it creeps out of the woodwork when you're not expecting it. That's my advice. Okay, what else would the guides like to tell you? This is for Taurus for the coming week and the near future. Coming week and the near future for Taurus. Ooh, I don't know if some of you have, I don't know if anyone's just bought a lizard. I've just seen a lizard. Symbolically, a lizard will mean certain things, but somebody may have just bought a lizard as well. I see lizards as being quite fast-paced, that they have periods where they stop because they're scared, and then they're fast-paced, and then they stop when they're scared, and then they're fast-paced again. It's very, a bit neurotic, and the energy's quite, it's not very paced, and it's not very steady. And if you're finding that your energy is a bit like that, I want to say slow down. Yeah, it's not very sort of calm and paced and measured. It's a little bit running on nervous energy. And if you're feeling like that, that's not a good place to be. Make sure you're eating well-balanced meals as well, like maybe just 2 or 3 small meals a day, because if you're running on nervous energy and you haven't got enough fuel inside you, that's when things start to shut down, and it doesn't help your mental health either. It doesn't help your mind. Just want to say that as well for some of you, okay? Oh, these jumped out, so I need to take these 3 because they did jump out. We've got the Strength card, we've got the Magician, and we've got the Ace of Vessels. Now, the Strength card, I do feel that sometimes you need to be at home where you can feel safe and solid, and you can think clearly, and you can make plans for your next steps in life. I think sometimes being at home is needed for some of you. You need to spend a bit more time thinking, you know, in a place of comfort and safety. That's what I want to say. In a place of comfort and safety where you can think about what your next steps are. Okay. The Magician, use your gifts, use your talents, but also, I mean, this lady's taking small steps across a rocky sort of stream on the rocks, and she's kind of slowly going towards her goals. I think you are in a transitional period. That's what I'm getting, Taurus. You're in a transitional period and you're slowly making your way across to the other side to safety. So you are going from one stage of your life to another, and you're kind of halfway there. So don't give up now. I know it feels a little bit precarious and it feels a bit strange, and you're not exactly sure where you're going to, I feel, but you're halfway there. So keep going on the pathway that you're on. Keep going towards your goals. And I know it's a very transient time, so it's very unsettling, but keep going because you are halfway there. And nothing's going to get any harder, I don't think. It should get easier, really. It's not going to get any worse. I don't think it's going to get any worse. I do get that feeling. Okay. Ace of Vessels. all your ideas are there in your mind. You've got what it takes to do everything you want to do. All your ideas are safely there in your mind. It's in the bag, really. What you want to do is in the bag. You've got the talents, you've got the gifts, you've got the ideas. Okay? It's just kind of waiting for them to manifest. It's kind of keep practicing them, keep doing them. And it's just waiting for the divine timing as well. I'm being told it's divine timing now. It's waiting for the right time, the right people, the right connections, but it's all there. You've got it. You've actually already got it. What you want to happen is going to happen. Yep, it's going to happen. Just want to take one more card, but I want to shuffle them. Yeah. I want to know how it's going to happen. How is it going to happen for you? What your desires are, your goals. How is it going to happen for you? How is it going to happen for you? The Four of Sticks. By keeping the fire burning, by keeping the passion alive, by keeping doing what you're passionate about, by keeping going, by keep feeding the fire, keep fueling what you're doing, just keep going, keep going, keep going. That's what I keep getting with this. Okay? It's a very clear message, actually. What else have we got for Taurus? What else have we got for Taurus? Healing, self-care, introspection and meditation. Well, I've been saying that, you do need to be looking after yourself. If some of you aren't feeling your best, you do need to be looking after yourself a little bit more. Calming down, making sure you rest enough, put the right things into your body. Just make sure you're looking after yourself as well as working towards your goals. Don't overdo it, and make sure you're not overdoing it socially. You're not overdoing it on the food front or the drinks front. Make sure that you're looking after your body as well, and your mind, because you're going to need it, to be able to carry out all the things you want to achieve. Okay. What else have we got? Let's do the big beasts. Yeah, let's do the big ones. Oh, yeah. Taurus. One more for Taurus. One more for Taurus. One more for Taurus. I'm going to do that one. Develop healthy routines. Oh, how very fitting. What have I just been saying? Your mystical abilities flourish when your earthly life is orderly, practical and predictable. Healthy daily, weekly, monthly and seasonal routines calm your sensitive nervous system, making it easy to tune into your intuition, which healthy eating, exercising, resting, playing, spiritual relationship and work routines can you lean into? Oh, that doesn't make sense. Let me read that again. Which healthy eating, exercising, resting, playing, spiritual relationship and work routines can you lean into? That makes more sense. Update or adjust to support your sixth sense. Right. So it's basically saying, yeah, which things can you make more healthy? So, how can you eat more healthily? How can you exercise more healthily? How can you rest more? How can you balance the rest, healthy eating, exercising, play, spiritual things, work routines? How can you sort of balance all of those things? Which things are unbalanced in your life? Are you working too hard? Are you playing too hard? Is everything balanced? I think when you've got a balance of all of those things and you're not doing too much of anything or too little of anything, then you feel more whole as a person. You're filling all of your wells, if that makes sense. Because if you've got one if you focus in too much on one of those things, even just one, then everything goes out of kilter. Everything goes out of balance. And I only know that because I've done it myself, and I do it sometimes, and then everything feels wrong. And when I've just got that nice balance of, if I sort of do my cards and do my tarot readings and meditate a bit and exercise a little bit and do a little bit of work and do my music, and if I have a really balanced week where I do a little bit of everything and I rest enough, and I feel really good and I feel really healthy and I feel happy inside. I feel really fulfilled and happy. And so I know it works, but it's just maintaining that balance regularly. And as soon as I do too much of something, it's all gone and I feel out of whack. So that is so poignant. That was so relevant, wasn't it, to what I've just been saying? So that's confirmation from your guides that we're on the right track there with this reading. So hope it makes sense to you, Taurus, and let's speak again next week. Take care.